All right, well, I just got to Casa Grande, and it looks like my client has canceled on me at the last minute, so I'm going to need you to go ahead and text all of my clients in or near Casa Grande, and just let them know that I'll be in the area all day long with 10% off for the day if they need any work done, and I'm hoping this is going to get my schedule nice and filled out. So go ahead and draft that message, show me the message, and then I'll approve it, and we'll go ahead and get it sent out, and we'll see if we don't have to waste this entire day. And I just realized I've been lazy and I did not get my Quo account set up to my ChatGPT, my Claude, or my OpenClaw agent. So it looks like I'm gonna have to run home to get this hooked up. Alright guys, before you open anything up to get connected, I want you to go ahead and get logged into your Quo account. And then on the Claude homepage, go ahead and click Customize. Select Connectors. Click Add. And then browse, type Quo, Q-U-O, and there it is. Click on it, click Connect. You're already signed in, so it should redirect. Grant permission, and there you have it, Quo is connected. Now over here to ChatGPT on the home page, click Plugins, search for Quo, Q-U-O. You may have to click Show More, select Quo, click Install Plugin, click Sign In with Quo, and Allow, and try it out in the chat. You're now connected over here too. Easy as that. Now if you want to go ahead and grab an API for your OpenClaw or your Hermes agent, go ahead and head over to the Quo homepage, navigate over to Settings, then API, then Generate API Key, give it a name, and click Create Key. Now copy that key over and hand it off to your agent or store it in your password manager so that you have access to it in the future. And by the way, I want you to take a look at the phone number that's on your screen right now, because that phone number you see is my Bulletproof Handyman LLC phone number, and you guys are free to text me 24/7 on that phone number. Please don't call, but feel free to text, and I promise you I will respond to every text. And if you email me at bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com, I'll respond to every email as well. But that phone number you see right there, that's my Quo phone number, because even though this video is sponsored, I'm actually a Quo customer in real life and was a Quo customer before I ever had any kind of affiliate relationship with them. The reason I'm partnered with them is because I do believe they have a great product that saves me time and saves me money and ultimately makes me more profitable. So the question you're probably wondering right now is, what can this Quo, ChatGPT, MCP, Claude, OpenClaw agent connector thingy-lingy do? What can this thing do? How about a little something like this? All right, Quo, how many calls came in last week? How many of those calls would you classify as a lead? And how many of those leads did we follow up with within 24 hours? Hey, please text Greg Schumer and let him know that I'm running a little bit late on this job, so I'm going to be arriving at his place maybe around 2:30. Hey, text Emily real quick and let her know we're out of milk, please. Hey, it looks like I'm almost done with this faucet install here, but it's been a busy day. I can see that I've missed a lot of calls. I got a lot of voicemails and a lot of text messages. So can you put together a quick report for me, summarize each of the calls and the text messages, and put them in order of most urgent to least urgent so I can make sure I get back in touch with everybody in the right order? All right, guys, I want to take a minute to talk to you just a little bit more in depth about the difference between your ChatGPT and Claude integration and your API integration into, let's say, your OpenClaw agent. That's going to be an API. Don't worry about what API means. Just know that an MCP is for Claude and ChatGPT. API is for your OpenClaw agent or for your developer if you have a developer. And that's what APIs initially were for, was just mostly for developers to be able to build software over here that can talk back and forth to the back end of other software over here. The front end being like your user interface that you interact with, the back end just being digital information passed back and forth, database to database. So your API has a lot more things that it can see. Now the MCP itself, for the ChatGPT and Claude, it can see your messages, it can see your transcripts, it can send messages, and it can create and edit and delete contacts. But your API, it has page after page after page of all kinds of different stuff that it can see because it's much more in depth. It's made for developers. And what's included in there is going to be what's called webhooks. And I'm not going to try to do a whole AI session here, but a webhook is essentially a watcher that's on somebody else's back end, their database, and it's watching for things to happen. And when the things that you've set up a webhook for, when those things happen, it grabs it, it brings it over here into your system, and it triggers something to happen in your system. That's what automations are all about. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna bore you and dive really deep into all of this, but essentially what it means is you're gonna be able to set up webhooks just by talking to your OpenClaw agent on your phone. You're gonna be able to say, hey, set up a webhook over here for when I get a new voicemail summary. And when you get that webhook, I want you to initiate creating for me an audio summary of that voicemail so that I can just click one button and listen to a summary of what that voicemail was about. Now, of course, you can also have it deliver the actual voicemail if you'd prefer to listen to the actual voicemail. But the bigger point here isn't me telling you exactly what you can do with it. It's you understanding that you have really deep, with API access, you have really deep access into your entire Quo account, just about every bit of information that's contained there, and you have webhooks for just about any action that takes place there, and it's going to enable you to do like I do and have an OpenClaw agent, Hermes agent, whatever agent it is you use, and set things up so that anytime any particular thing happens, the automation that you would like to occur after that happens gets executed. Now, if you're not currently using any sort of external autonomous agent like OpenClaw or Hermes, I do want to suggest to you that you start doing that. You're going to find so much more functionality with every platform you're on harnessing APIs than you're going to find with only MCPs. The MCPs are great, like I said. You should use them today. They're extremely useful. But I do want to encourage you to get an OpenClaw agent, a Hermes agent. If you don't know anything about them and you want some help, shoot me an email at bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com and I'll send you a little bit of information about it. But start getting set up with these agents, start getting these APIs, and start figuring out how to be AI forward with your business. Not only is it going to make you more efficient, but it's going to make your life more pleasant, and you're going to do less of that boring, dull work and more of the stuff that you like doing, like actually fixing stuff. Now, guys, these examples I just showed you, they are really neat, and they are going to save you some time, and they're absolutely worth the money. But I think what's more important here is to understand that this AI revolution is absolutely happening, and it's happening right now. And what you should take away from this video is not the 4 or 5 specific little examples I gave you of how Quo with their MCP or their API can help you today. What I want you to take away from this is that AI is not going to take your job, at least not anytime soon. But what is going to happen is your competition is going to be using AI in every way that they can to be bigger, better, faster, and stronger, and probably more affordable than you. And so your goal should not be to dive in head first and throw everything you have at it, nor should it be to keep your head in the sand. But this is actually a really great way for you to get an introduction into how you can start incorporating what's going to be happening all around you. Every platform that you do business with very soon is going to have an MCP. Quo is kind of the tip of the spear with this at the moment, but very quickly you're going to notice everybody that you work with offering an MCP or offering an API. And don't worry about what those mean. Don't worry about what those are. At the very least, just get comfortable with your favorite LLM. Even if you're not going to have your own AI agent, pick an LLM, ChatGPT or Claude, both of them are really great. Pick an agent, start talking to it, and start asking it to teach you what you need to know. And when you have the opportunity, connect Quo. And when you have the opportunity, connect all those other platforms that you're doing business with, your insurance, everybody. And believe it or not, you're just going to start picking this stuff up naturally. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing kind of thing. You'll just start piecing it together on your own because it's going to actually be useful enough for you to want to keep using it. Now, I want you all to know a few things. Number one is if you go to the description of this video, you're going to find my phone number, my Quo phone number. I want you to text me anytime you need, and I promise I'm going to text you back, and I promise I'm going to reply to every single comment on this video. Number two, you can always email me at bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com, and I always reply back to every single email that I get. And number three, if you're tired of your blood, your sweat, and your tears, and your time away from your family, going to build somebody else's dream and somebody else's business, and you're ready to start your own Bulletproof Handyman business, go to bulletproofhandyman.com. I have the masterclass, I have all the resources, the hourly rate calculator, the startup budget generator. I have literally every single thing that you need to step by step you into your handyman business. And I do all that with no paywalls. And the reason I can do that with no paywalls is exactly because of companies like Quo, the sponsor of this video. They sponsor this channel so that I can help you guys do what you want to do. And I'm going to tell you personally, between you and me, talking to my people at Quo, they actually do care about you and your business. Believe it or not, they're excited. They love watching the comments, and they love hearing from me when I tell them all the guys that are getting in touch with me and letting me know that they started their business and that they're doing well, or that they rebuilt their business and they're doing better, or they thought they were going to have to shut their business down and go back to their old job, but they didn't have to because they found this channel. They took advantage of all the resources that I'm able to provide because of companies like Quo. So do them a favor. Go to the description of this video, click on the link. It's going to get you a 10% off coupon anyways, clicking on my link to get over to Quo, and just check out what they have to offer. And if it's for you, go ahead and buy it. And if it's not for you, by all means, don't buy it. But do know that they're here to support you. I'm here to support you. We all want you to succeed. I love you guys. I hope you're out there killing it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.